so here we are then. It is Season 2. The excitement is definitely on the faces of Csgo and Herald right now. We are moments away from having our second matchup of the day, Method taking on Prophecy. Now, these two gentlemen in front of me, you will be able to see in just a second. Look at Charlie Pickles. He is so excited about being a coach. Do you think he even has he done this before? Is this a real start for him? We are witnessing a debut in the coaching world.
I understand he was actually taking some tips from Endpoint coach Jakey, who he had a little chat with before the game, and apparently his strat for the game is to, after every round, say, "Let's go gamers." Let's go gamers. Yep.
OK, I like
That's
that.
yeah.
I like that. Why not? It could catch on. Listen, I didn't get your predictions about the matchup right now. I want to know who you think is going to win and why on map train.
I feel like Method are going to take it, but it'll be quite close, like a 16-13, 16-12. Really close, but I just feel like they've got the overall star power to overwhelm Prophecy's side, to be honest.
You've heard Csgo's words. What are your words, Herald?
Well, to quote the man from the Netherlands, 16-5 easy.
16-5
That's
easy.
what Joey says.
But what,
I'm with him.
And based on what? What evidence have you got, or what have you seen?
Sweet little accent.
Okay.
16-5, easy.
Okay, beautiful. But there are the predictions. So just remind me once again, Csgo, you've gone for
Like a 16-12 Method.
Method and Method for yourself as well. Look at that. I tell you what. Well, listen, I want to get the predictions from the two casters over there, Jackie and Snods, right now. Would you say the same? Is this going to be a clean sweep for Method? Will Prophecy get that extra bonus point?
I don't know, mate. It depends if there's method to the madness or if the prophecy is going to come true, really, doesn't it? It's all to play for, Tom. It's all up in the air. It's a bit like a wobble board. You're never sure how it's going to end up.
There you go, then, yeah. Same.
OK, wobble board it is. Well, listen, gentlemen, I'll leave it with you. I'm looking forward to this map train. Gentlemen, take it away.
Spectacular stuff. Right, I mean, with Method in recent form, now with a sort of change on the lineup, we've seen moments of greatness. Obviously, they fell short towards Endpoint in the WSG qualifiers. They couldn't quite make it out of that semi-final there.
That's with standards. Well, both teams had standards, I believe, yeah.
Weren't able to actually fill the full roster, obviously, because Crucial, obviously not being
But then again, you had Method subbing in Smooth for Crucial, so then in terms of firepower, how level is that? But then again, obviously, Endpoint, obviously qualifying for WSG last night. But anyway, on topic, Prophecy versus Method. Map like Train, I feel like the fact that Method have the star AWP from Crucial and also the star power that can also go to the AWP as well, so real, we could be seeing a very strong CT side here from the British boys. Reason being is the double offset that could come to fruition from Method could definitely be too much to handle for the side of Prophecy.
Thing is, right, I want to see some real strong aggression. I want to see some massive plays coming out from the side of Prophecy. Map like Train, I think this favours both teams incredibly. There's a lot of really high-octane stuff that can go down, especially towards the middle area of the map. I mean, if we're going to see that aggression coming out towards mid-main, the amount of wallbangs as well that we've actually seen historically coming out from team, this Prophecy line with individual players, they've got a lot of good strategy. In terms of game sense and knowledge and understanding how to take a mechanical approach to the game, they're up there.
Only issue for me right now for Prophecy is how much strategical depth do they have to their roster, especially a map like Train, where you need the set smokes towards outside, the wall of smokes, the smoke towards green, Train to come out pop dog, the smokes, the backline smokes towards the B side, even the close smokes towards B, and obviously all the flashbangs and molotovs. What happens for Prophecy when they play the high, fast, intense style of CS? What happens when the outside rushes don't work on the T side and they're forced to play the slow, steady style of CS?
It's true. Will they be able to go low enough? Will they win the game of Limbo? Or will they hit the pole and it will fall off, Snods? Then you get no points, you get disqualified.
Really?
Yeah, you've played Limbo?
No, actually I haven't, mate.
That's a shame.
Where did you play it?
Every day, World Limbo Champion 2015. But anyway, back to the action, obviously, Method. In terms of what they can bring to the table here on a map like Train, right? We're looking at the AWPs, we're looking at that capability. A lot of big names. Surreal made him name himself as a fabulous all-round player, very incredible with his AWP and reaction skills. He's fast and he's furious. We saw that back in the days when we played in the UK scene. Wasn't as much of that when he did sort of, take his stint in America in Complexity. Basically a year of him playing out there, looking good, playing against a lot of tier 1 talent, obviously. Taking part in huge tournaments
and whatnot, yeah.
So he definitely has sort of been through it and been weathered. He knows his role, and it'll be interesting to see what he is going to do now fitting into this team. There is a lot of firepower in this lineup.
Definitely the most experienced player between these two teams is definitely Surreal. Obviously had a year-long stint in Complexity towards, where were they based? I think it was in Vegas, not quite too sure, but or Colorado or something like that. But anyway, even the experience of moving over to the US, playing in an actual full-line professional team, salaried a full-time living, being paid, well, to fly over then, of course, compete in tournaments around the world. So for me, the star player that has to perform is Surreal. How nervous would he be coming back onto home soil? Does he have something to prove as well?
Yeah. That's the thing. Obviously, looking on the side of Prophecy, it's more so going to be what NK is going to be doing. Is he going to be showing up? Is he going to be really sort of letting loose here and ripping his way through? I think in terms of statistics, when you do look at that roster, he is sort of the one that everyone's eyes are on.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is, of course, consistency. Then again, this is best of one, so does that actually favour them? Obviously, in the best of two, he's got 2 chances to perform. Yeah. Whereas in these best of ones, if NK has a massive game for the side of Prophecy and carries the Bulgarians up per level, which is too much for Method to handle, is that the keys to victory, quote unquote? Shout out to Robert. Is that the keys to victory to establish a first week win?
Robert Saar, my brother, as we work our way through. I mean, yeah, there's always a lot of potential, right? You have those random factors where they can step up massively. They can just come into it all guns blazing. And this is honestly the perfect battlefield to have them on. You have a map like Train between these two teams, one incredibly structured, one that's still sort of, you know, they've got the training runs on a little bit. They're restructuring the lineup because there was a few changes there, so they're getting used to this newfound form with the 5, but they do have potential. Both of these sides do. It genuinely just comes down to who shows up right here, right now in this best of one. You can't sort of reset yourself mentally. You have to go all in.
Yeah, I'm glad it's Train. Obviously, good map for Method. Obviously, Prophecy have practiced it, trained it, and they are ready to bring it. So, for Prophecy, if they win that T-Pistol, have the momentum going into the first buy round versus the CT side if they, of course, lose the knife and whatnot. How are Method going to play about the AWPs or the utility? If they don't have Molotovs to go towards Team Main, if they don't have Molotovs to go towards Olof, or Smokes to go towards Popdog and Ali, will they be able to hold off the aggression and the sheer volume of firepower that Prophecy can bring to the lineup?
That's one of the things to talk about as well, is I want to see what style of CS is going to be coming to the table. Obviously, we'll sort of get that. We'll understand the pace a few rounds in for both of these sides now. Method, since the restructure of Prophecy, obviously just because of, it more sort of seems to be a cultural thing, but in sort of more domestic CS for Bulgarian teams, it is always very fast-paced. It's very in-your-face. They love to play just with their raw talent.
Together as well, play very in-your-face, show full confidence and no fear as well. The question is, on the stage, will the nerves start to creep in? Will we see a slower style of CS which doesn't actually favour them? How long will it take for the side like Prophecy to really get their feet wet in this tournament? But of course, for Method, 3 out of the 5 players there played the full Season 1.
Yeah, obviously just a slim change there. You have the removal of Brandon Weber, obviously a big name to not see floating about the UK scene right now on an active roster.
And Stanley, and to be honest, if I'm Stanley as well, I'm quite happy with that change. Being removed from the roster, obviously lacked motivation as well, but on the endpoint side, we saw him play today. Incredible performance from him, 31, 32 kills on that first map we saw. So for Stanley, it's looking all good. For Method, they do have something to prove. Only, what, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, this was the team coming to Season 1 expected to win.
Oh yeah, they were the big dogs. They were the ones just beating everyone consistently. I mean, what, we saw back-to-back LAN wins on the spree of sort of
3 in a row.
3 or 4, yeah, where they
won
those wins.
UK Masters, then they won Premiership, and then they won... Oh, what did they win? I think it was Prem, Masters, Prem, and then they lost second Masters. So they won 3 in the trot. Yeah.
That was the beginning of the downfall from, obviously, as they started to stop being able to qualify for obviously, those LAN tournaments in the UK. They started to slip behind, especially in the Elite Series as well, where all of us sort of had a hot bet on to at least see them as the UK team that made it into the top 4, but they couldn't quite do it. That was when, you know, Excel slipped
Big surprise,
knocked it down.
So we're going to be going into the knife round. How important is this knife going to be for Method here? Obviously, they want to run the double AWP setup. Yeah. That first pistol round is pivotal for them. If they lose the first pistol, if they start on the CT side, suddenly, if they force, we might be seeing no AWP into the first buy round. That could be a massive game plan for them. Of course, Prophecy, if they win that first round, win versus the force by Eco, then there's going to be a lack of nades, a lack of counter flashes, counter smokes as well to deny the aggression.
Ooh. The 1v1.
Oh.
It's not quite going the way they want it to. It's a bit wobbly. The windy man trying to go for the stab as he was... Oh, he gets it. Cheeky stuff from NK there. See, he's poised. He's got his knife ready, mate. He's been sharpening it.
Fully calm there. Cheeky grin as well, just to...
That's it. They're ready.
So much to the wounds.
They're set.
So, if they start on their CT side, let's see what the players going to be like. Who are their anchor players going to be? Who are the players that are there to hold their ground towards the sites, delay pushes, wait for rotations to come in, play for information, and be pivotal players in their CT side, which they should start on?
Yeah, obviously they have the choice in their hands. They can decide how they want to play this one out. And it does mean they've got a lot of structure here as well. If they can come in, get those early rounds locked down, just try and unleash damage, really, deny Method from getting an early game lead. We've seen in the past, Method can be one of these teams that's a bit of a slow burner. If they can't quite get themselves going, they massively struggle. But you need to stop them early game.
Yeah, for Method, for me, it feels like they always go 0 to 5 down, 1 to 7 down, and then from there, they're forced to bring it back, but at that point, sometimes it's too late. If you lose a second half pistol, suddenly, even they brought it back to 9-6 or 8-7, is too far too gone.
Seems like everything is finally underway. So now we're going to be diving into the action. It's Prophecy versus Method. It's map 2 here over on Train, the second game of the second season of the Elite Series.
Surreal actually going to be the player buying up the utility for the T side for Prophecy. Kit going on to Zek. And 2 flashbangs as well. Let's see what the play's going to be. This could literally be a simple B play. Smoke down lower, flush out as well. Usually you see a Molotov instead of the double flashbang. Or could they be going towards Pop Dog?
Interesting that Neil's actually gone for the armor as well, so we're all going to go for the double smoke flash.
Maybe he knows the smoke, I'm not quite too sure. Usually when you go towards B, you buy a smoke and Molotov to molly off the door. And actually that would work perfectly. There's no smoke on the CT side currently, but actually the flashbang comes out towards Ali. They have information, and you can see another man rotating in from Prophecy, so right now they're playing aggressive, and because of that they have the information.
Yeah, that's a nice rotate over. Good angles in play as well, so they can scope out. You can see Gek here as he just looks up towards upper, trying to spot them out. Initial smoke comes through, NK trying to block it a little bit as he will be able to bound himself over, gets himself to the eye in the sky position, spams away, but couldn't quite find the frags initially. They are trying to get across as well. They're dinking down these CT players and stopping them from trying to go for these faces, but they really start to get their confidence once again. But Pulse and Neil go fairly big into the round. It's a double kill for Neil, and it's a 2 versus 1. What can Minuk do here as he will slowly push in? Surreal gets spotted out. He finds the headshot. The bomb is down. Nearly the snapshot onto the second man as well. Already 2 frags to his name. Can he get the third? The high angle won't work this time.
And there you have it. Method take the first pistol. The flashbangs coming in towards backlines, allow themselves to have backline control. They swarm Prophecy, and Prophecy weren't ready for the push to come in. Round number 2, 1 round advantage already for the British side. And it will be the Force coming out, actually, from Prophecy. You can see 4 sets of Kevlar right now. Zek just going to go for the Deagle. That might be a telltale sign that he is the AWPer for the CT side here. Usually the AWPer only buys a Deagle, so you can afford the AWPer to the first buy round. But then again, it could also be for nades.
Investment coming out, though. How are they going to opt to play it? Ooh. Fantastic early tags here. Look how low NK and Co are as he's just gone for the immediate face towards middle. You can see Crucial and Neil finally getting those frags as well as they will begin to capitalize. 2 of them going towards the SMGs as well. So this is good for the economic game here.
Yep, obviously having 5 alive versus the Force buys is so strong for your money. Kicker now last alive with the Deagle and Kevlar. May as well just save that into the next one. Nevertheless, though, Method very clean, very strong, fast-paced round, catching Prophecy off guard. They run over the pistols, and now at 2-0, they will have 5 alive. So going into round number 3 as well, they have all these SMGs. They can go for a B rush, go for an outside rush once again, and stack up even more cash.
Yeah, Gecko not going to risk it and try and go for a Pecco. He will just save and hold on to his Deagle and armor.
One thing as well is the fact that you see 4 players from Prophecy forcing, which means if there's a lack of head armor, going into that first buy round and Method keep the SMGs, suddenly we might be seeing, you know, jumping around the corner, double headshot from the MAC-10, right, versus the non-helmet opposition. But I believe we will go into a pause. A player drops out the server there just to restart his game or something along those lines.
Yeah, just get that issue sorted, then dive straight back into the action. So already, though, Method seeming to have a good start, and this is what they need to do as well, because they are a team that, you know, if they don't find their foot in, they trip over a lot. They really sort of fumble over themselves. I don't know if that's going to be the same case with this change in the lineup as well, the new additions, and the fact that actually Nilzinho is going to be the helm now as well, forced into a scenario where he has to try and take the mantle again as caller. How's this going to affect the team overall?
There you have it. Hero of Season 1, sorry, Charlie Pickles there. Obviously, it is a technical timeout. One of the players did drop out of the server, waiting to reconnect and then get back into the action. For Prophecy, obviously 2-0 down. We'll be going for the full eco, but as I mentioned before, Method, if they had another clean round, 4 or 5 stay alive, they keep their SMGs and the submachine guns going into the first buy round. The fact that the CT side don't have head armor, how is that going to impact the play?
Yeah, there is a lot to play for. Obviously, a lot on the line here as well between these 2 teams now to try and find that early lead, especially on that CT side. You don't want to let that slip away. You want to try and get as many rounds as possible, really hoard them and store all those away to help you out when you do get into your late round T-half.
Yeah, Method as well in interviews, they said that they didn't even want Prophecy to get close to 10 rounds. They wanted the 16-6, 16-7. Disappointed almost for the 16-9, but to be completely honest, it's probably all just rubbish coming out of their mouths. If they get the win here, they're very happy.
It's all fighting talk, but that's the thing. Ideally, for all these teams, the scoreline that they want is going to be a 16-9 because they want to at least get that win and deny the other team from getting anything off the back of it. But let's see now, as once again, it's just the 1 AK on Surreal, the rest of them still wielding the SMGs. It's still a bit of a cash builder as they want to try and get the economic advantages. They will push down early towards the A-bomb site. It's a massive stack, but it is coming up in the favour of Method as everyone will be hitting the deck. They're all going to fall. It's just up to Zek, who will finally go down.
5 alive again for Method as we're going to round number 4 now. What's the money going to be looking like as well? Must be around, yeah, so 7,000 basically across the board for the T side, so they can actually take the risk here. If they win this round with the SMGs, their mono will be so strong. Going into the rest of the half, Prophecy probably have to win 2 or 3, even 3 rounds in a row to even break that T side economy. But then again, as predicted, Czech being the AWP for the side of Prophecy. The Bulgarians showing their face in the start of play. Let's see what they're going to bring to the party already into the first gun round.
Interesting setup as well, as they begin to get themselves in position.
Yeah, they're playing very far back from Team main. The reason is they're scared of those SMGs close range.
Yeah, they don't want to give anything up early. Rocking just holding towards Ivy right now as Surreal's actually bypassed them. No one is aware of his location this close towards the site slots.
Yeah, and actually the team's going towards Pop Dog. If Surreal gets his first kill here onto NK, which he does, lines up the head, and that's already the man advantage here for the T side as the players flood down Pop Dog.
That's the game changer early on as well. Rocking's still not going to be quite sure what is occurring as the push does come through. Method now committing to try and go for this play towards the A bomb site. Pulse is punished. And Czech will be able to slide through. Repositions to an elevated angle as well, but it still doesn't favor him. It's just on Gecko and Rocking now, and they're not really in effective angles, peeking in from A1 and A2.
2 versus 4. And there you have it. Gecko now last alive in the 1 versus 4. May as well just save here in this scenario. Have the M4 into the next round. Maybe try to go for an alley push, get 1 kill, get the AK into a teammate, have 2 rifles, control of alley, expect a B play, something along those lines. But that's, of course, if he can get away scot-free.
Good to see Surreal back on the rifle as well. You can see he hasn't lost the, aggressive playstyle that he always had with the weapon. Dealing blows right now. Gecko last alive. We'll find that 1 kill with Surreal. Can't quite scavenge the AK. Seems like he is just trying to hold by for the meantime, though. Trying to find exit frags, do any damage, make a bit of a dent in the round.
Yeah, in terms of online play as well, Method hasn't really been showing up as expected. Obviously, when you look at this lineup on paper, this is probably in terms of pure skill and names from the UK, the best possible lineup you can actually make. And from there, towards online, WSG qualifiers, they had Smooya stand-in for Crucial, so you can't really argue the fact they had a stand-in because Smooya, even as a stand-in, he can still input his style. They lost out to Endpoint. And the same goes as well. Didn't qualify for ESL Prem finals. Came 5th, I believe, or 6th. In ESEA main as well, you won't believe this. Guess who they lost to from the UK in ESEA main? One of the players begins with E.
E? Was it Eccles?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, God.
They lost
It's fan club, mate.
No.
All right.
Different team.
Okay.
Yeah. But they lost 16-8 to Eccles' team, Radix Online. So right now, online, they really have to show a different face here. Smokes go towards outside, trying to force the rotation from the CT side, so they have a free bomb site, but Rockin is still here.
Let's see if they're on the ball in the round, though, as they will try and push their way in. The immediate frags are going their way. Ooh, Czech with a very crisp little one-tap there with the USP. That was fairly good, but isn't really going to amount to too much, as it's only 1 casualty on the side of Method, and they are just continuing to storm ahead. Another bomb plant going down as well, and right now it's looking like Joey's prophecy into the game is starting to come true about the fact he just wants to lock this down, just win this out. Crucial. He's showing that.
But now we should be seeing the second buy round here. One of the issues of being on your CT side, you lose that pistol, right? You go 0-3 down, you lose the first buy round, and now you see the rut right now, the prophecy in. It's going to go 0-5. And actually, NK not able to save his rifle into round number 6, but look at the money going into this one. As soon as they buy, they keep buying down to 0, which means if they lose a round, suddenly they're forced to go for a half buy or an eco that gives another round for Method. So at this point in the game, each buy round win for Method basically equates to 2, because then suddenly they're going to be met by a half buy or quasi weak buy. So yeah, look, you can see $100 at that. So if they lose this one, again, they're broke.
Yeah, it's really a bit of an awful investment. A bit of a double-edged sword here. Method, the early flashbangs going over as well. A lot of utility investment as they just pepper the A site with flashbangs, but it seems that the true play is going to be down towards the B bomb site. There's a close contact angle in play here by Gecko. No one has realized that he's afoot right now as he tries to play around the smoke. He's got a lot of info. He can cause the rotate. Crucial eventually spots him out. Now they have to react fast. They're going to be aware that he's been relaying this information to the players stacked on the A bomb site. Czech as well, roaming around with the AWP, trying to have some kind of effect, but he misses. That is a incredible whiff there. That could have really started to change the round potentially if he hit it, but it's just him left in a 1v4. Not too much going to go now as he just hopes to stay alive. He's getting spotted out as well. If he gets out of here and saves, that's the best case scenario.
Crucial there with 3 entries towards that B side. Gets the first towards lower. Gets 2 kills from the players trying to exit connector. You see that they're oblivious to the fact that you can do a one-way smoke down ramp. Obviously, you do it to the right. It lands between the train and the... what's the best way to describe that off the top of my head? I can't think. Anyway, what it does is, You smoke down ramp, and there's a gap to the top left side. What it means is with an AWP, you can hold the angle as players exit connector. And Crucial basically got 2 free kills from that. The ledge, there we go, ledge, my goodness.
Yeah, because it jumps up and just lands on the little ledge to the side, doesn't it? And then you can...
Yeah, it falls, under the ledge, so it actually falls down below where...
Yeah.
Anyway, though, 0-6, and now, as I mentioned before, they will be only on 3.5k, so the best they can ask for here is potentially CZ, Kevlar, actually not even a smoke grenade, so players just walking out connector. No flash, no smoke. Giving away the kills to the AWP. Czg saving the AWP. Let's see if he can have impact here. We'll go towards connector and hold, see if there's any aggression early on from Method.
It's massively on him as well. He needs to be the driving force behind this round. He has to find the early entries to starve off Method so he can rearm his team. Gecko as well just sprints in. He tries to risk it all, and it hasn't really worked in his favor, so he goes down. Early aggression back towards the B-bomb site. Czg is there, so at least they do have the only weapon really in the server to try and keep them at bay. He will find the 1 kill towards Genko. Nearly the follow-up. I think that is actually the tag on Crucial as well. HE rolls in, but Crucial got out there in the nick of time. Surreal going to strike with the AK as well as they do begin to gain a site control.
And now he has full control towards A. Rockin' alone towards Ali. Will eventually go down as well. Loses the duel. MK now last alive. Sneaks through the smoke though.
Oh, NK. He's got the Deagle. He doesn't have a kit, but they don't actually know where he is just yet, and he's really trying to play with the timing on this one. One tap comes out, takes down Pulse, tries to get the second, actually finds it as well, grabs the AK, but is he aware to his left? It's going to be Crucial, sidelines him. But NK starting to warm up a little bit, getting the juices flowing.
0-7. Prophecy back against the ropes now, as we're going to see another buy, the third one at that. What are we going to see from them that's different? We've already seen the aggression from Rockin, or Gecko, sorry, towards the B ramp. Not go too well. Gets AWP'd through the gap in the smoke by Crucial. We've seen as well Method going for the fast play towards outside. I say fast play, they just have Surreal lurk. And both these rounds, he's able to find that initial kill that really does lead to be the catalyst into the rest of it.
Honestly, it's just been Surreal and Crucial getting incredible just star player entries, round in, round out, that have given them time to play with.
So, 2 towards B right now from the CT side. The AWP on Czg towards that B-bomb side, playing towards Heaven once again. But actually it seems like no one's going to be meeting his crosshair just yet.
Oh, nice pop flash there. It's forced him to fall back. You can see him a little bit confused about it. He actually dives in. So much time to play. He's blind for the full duration of the flash, so he does get that kill with ease. They trade back, so it is going to be a 4 versus 3. The angles are critical. Rocking could be massive if he tries to play around this with the correct decision-making. Crucial glides through the air, but still gets the kill. Czg coming in from Ivy as well. He's still got his trusty AWP, but he's missing these shot snuds.
2 versus 4. No kill as well. Crucial gets another kill at that. My goodness, the Dutch star coming to play. I've played him on train before, dropped 30 kills in 25 rounds, something ridiculous. He goes out team main and somehow, someway, he has this finesse of getting kills towards team main and outside just by walking out.
I don't know, mate. I've taken Crucial on once at an epic LAN. It's fair to say I out-AWP'd him on Mirage.
How many times, mate? Once,
couple
twice?
Of picks towards mid. I'm talking 2 or 3. Crucial's a little bit mad.
Nice. Did you lose the game, what, 16-4?
Yeah, of course. We lost 16-4, yeah. Joe decided to start buying shotguns, and we just all bought shotguns. It was a great game. Banned now, of course.
Dead now, of course. 0-8. You can see the smile there on Genko. Didn't really see too much, I don't want to say happiness, but what's the best way to describe this? In terms of the body language, they always look so stressed, so tense when they're playing last season. There was so much pressure on the Method lineup. Obviously going into it as the UK favourites, as potential favourites to win the whole thing, and then the fact that they had such a poor performance, it really did show on their faces.
I think they had so much to play for as well, obviously getting picked up by Method.
Everything to lose, because even if they win, it's expected, but even if they come 3rd or 4th, that's still a disappointment. If they even make top 4, that's a disgrace, and that's to themselves, of course. These players hold themselves very highly.
Yeah, they put themselves on a pedestal, and they had to try and live up to that, and when they couldn't really come through a fruition, I think it hit them quite hard, and you saw sort of the emotional effects in the team.
Is that Shroud?
Nice one, mate. Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
Anyway, so it's going to be
Lewis on the end there. As they get themselves ready to dive straight back into the action, we'll be sliding through.
Let's leave that there. 0-8 is the scoreline, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. 1 AK between 5. That's just not fair. Doesn't add up.
Yeah. Pass the parcel, mate. That's the. Oh dear. Round number 9 now. So once again, it's going to be a fairly low buy for the side of Prophecy. Kevlar got a kit on Gecko, but just the AK in his hands.
Genko straight in. It's battle of the Co's right now as they want to try and do some damage. Rockin is going to overpower him as he finds the headshot with the CZ. Surreal waiting on the angle as well, but not really going to get too much. Obviously, they extend through, grab the AK, fall back. This is fairly good from Prophecy so far. They got the initial frag, and they haven't overextended.
2 early kills here. They have Kevlar as well that can back up these rifles that they're retrieving for the dead bodies from Method. Neil, though, trying to see if he can get a kill towards Connector, and Sunny went to a 3 versus 3.
Oh, Neil coming out big as he will get these kills towards A, starving them of potential playmaking ability as well. And Crucial comes in with the AWP, the Eye in the Sky that will punish Zek. It's all up to NK and Gecko. He has an AK. NK just left with the Deagle, unfortunately. In terms of utility as well, there's nothing really to aid them. So it's going to be a slow round.
Apart from that kit onto Gecko. No smokes, no Molotovs. 1 minute left on the clock as well, so Method can hold and wait for the piece to come out. Actually, Neil does get spotted out. This is a chance here.
NK's look swift with the Deagle as well. Gecko gets some massive frag into the round. They tag down Crucial. They are both low. 42 and 28 HP on the T's. They're going down. NK is dealing damage with this Deagle, just ripping everyone a new one right now. It's up to Crucial to try and carry it back. A dream on his hands right now. 35 seconds as he taps away with the AWP. Timing's in his favor. He readjusts angles. The elevated position comes out as well from Gecko. 28 seconds, 1 kill remains. It's all on NK. He peeks out, spots the foot, but couldn't quite take him down. Has to try and stay alive as well. NK playing with confidence as he slowly pushes in. He's got to work his way around. The deal comes out, but Joey finds the headshot. Somehow, Crucial's fast.
Quick drive-by there from the Dutchman himself. Somehow, well, flying Dutchman at that. Crosses towards Connector while running, spams the Deagle, lands the headshot. That's a 1 versus 2 and 40 HP. Prophecy on their CT side peeking 1 by 1. Somehow, some way, that round is even potentially winnable there from Method. And a good time paused from Prophecy. Obviously, there's going to be some frustration there going through those comms.
Oh, yeah. It's actually a Method pause coming out. Have to go for the tech problems to fix that issue and then dive straight back in. Prophecy, it's good to say they have been using their actual pauses.
Oh, is that Method pause, actually?
Yeah, obviously we saw...
Okay, there's 2 reasons for that. One, they want the Bulgarian side just to sit there in silence and just think about what just happened. 2, everyone's screaming, everyone's hyped, the adrenaline's rushing, especially a player like Crucial as well. He's known to be rather loud when he plays, so calm him down, just give him a minute to calm down. His hands might be shaking, who knows, right? Or 3, they just want to try and think about how they're going to try to get to the 10th round.
So I think Joey as well, he kind of is one of those players that's always, he's very loud, popping off, he absolutely loves it, but that's consistently Crucial the whole way through.
Yeah, it seems like the louder he is, the more audacious the plays are, the more confidence he's playing with. We see he's playing so aggro towards outside, towards team main, jumping on blue, finding picks left, right, and center.
It's kind of weird because as well, this is the thing sort of, back in the day with Crucial, he is more of your controlled madness, He's kind of like your Smooyer in terms of the picks he'll go for, but it seems to just be a little bit more controlled, and it makes sense more of the time.
So, considering we are seeing no Smooyer in the Elite Series, would you put Crucial as the best AWPer?
What, in the Elite Series right now?
Yeah.
I think there is potential for that, yeah, definitely. I think by far, he's the one that's actually shown the most in terms of potential and what he's done with the AWP in different events, obviously up against different Tier 1 teams. He's definitely got the most experience in terms of ridiculously fast, reactive AWPing style.
So, going into this round here for Prophecy, if they lose this one here and it goes, 10-0, money is low once again for the side of the CTs. What hope is there going forward, okay? You're 10-0 down, you're on the favored side, the CT half, you're going onto your T side where you're a new team, you could be lacking structure and strats and tactical depth. What can you really fall back on?
I don't know. I think it is quite hard because that's the thing, you've invested a lot into this. You've got those sort of setups already. You work your way through it. You do get into a scenario where all of a sudden, no matter how much teamwork you have, you just can't outcompete this team because they're just being able to beat them in every interval. We saw the player changes come into effect as well. The way they switched up that play style around looked good. You get the initial frags, you fall back off of it, but then Neil, just off the back of a couple of nice frags towards A, completely dismantles what they got set up.
That's the thing I like about the Method side is the fact that you have Surreal. Actually, I wouldn't even put Surreal in that category. Put more Genko maybe. You got Genko and Crucial as the explosive players, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the slow, steady players like Nozinho, Pulse, and Surreal, of course, getting those very crucial 1 or 2 kills. Even though they might not be at the top of the scoreboard, we've seen already, in terms of impact kills, you could argue that Surreal's up there with Crucial, right? First buy rounds, he's the one getting that lurk kill towards it. He's the one giving space and giving openings for the T side.
And that's the thing now as well, obviously with the removal of Weber, someone that was very mechanically gifted at the game, this is where Pulse is going to shine, because Pulse as well is one of those players that has very good understanding of game mechanics and sort of being able to manipulate that to help him out in those scenarios. Very good at self-boost, very good at movement. He's another player that can come in clutch in certain situations because he can just out-prowess the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, on Cash, I felt like he did the self-boost every single round.
Without fail, normally, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we're not seeing Cash, we're seeing Train, a map where the AWP is favoured, and right now, Crucial is definitely showing us why. Still waiting for Method. Not sure what the issue is, but it is their technical timeout.
Yeah, you get that fixed and then dive straight back in with the action. Interesting to see Neil as well, actually. It feels like he has been slowly improving over the course of this. Neil Zinio was always sort of someone that, statistically wise, you never expect to see sort of big numbers being put up by him. But he has actually started to not only work in the role that he used to play with that more supportive factor, into something that now sort of seems to have blossomed and allowed him to play a lot better style of CS that works for him.
Yeah, obviously having Weber, which was doing most of the calling on the old edition of Method, now giving that mantle to Neil Zinio. Obviously, there is still going to be times where the players on the side of Method are giving ideas, floating around potential strategies and things they can do.
Got a lot of experience. They can bounce off each other as well.
Exactly, bouncing off each other is the perfect way to describe it. We are still waiting. Obviously, 9-0 right now is the scoreline in favour of the home crowd Method. For Prophecy, though, there is a lot to prove. Obviously, replacing the team that finished second in Season 1. Already seems like the pressure's getting to them.
Whenever I see that tag, PCY, it reminds me of the Percy Pigs. Remember the little sweets?
Oh, yeah. I remember those. Those were good.
They were good. They were good.
Percy, yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's on my mind now, yeah.
We'll get some after this, mate. We'll go get some Percy Pigs. But it looks like there is always that potential that they're going to be able to come back into this Method as well. They've got a lot to work with.
Do you want to relay that information, mate, or should I?
Hang on. Keep talking.
So, we have a technical issue from Method. Reason being is Pickles has stepped on his cable as the coach and actually broken it. So we're going to be waiting for him to get that fixed and eventually jump back into it.
It's like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Started wrestling with the cable.
Doesn't know his own strength, just steps on it. He's not used to standing up when he's playing. Usually he's the one sitting down. You can see there.
Classic Pickles.
Oh, that's his...
That's what he's known for.
Yeah. That's
Nights
his
out,
mark shot.
breaking cables.
Oh, dear.
Look at him.
You know when you have like a pet, like a dog or whatever, and it does something wrong and it gives that... He can't even look at you. It gives that grin. That's
all right.
It's not worked, has it? Yeah, forget it. Forget it.
It's all right.
Still waiting.
Classic Pickles, really.
Classic Pickles, of course.
He's leaked all over the cable. He's broke it.
Trying to lick his own cable.
Absolutely ridiculous. So we've replaced him with a new cable. We've got him slotted back into the Matrix, and he's ready.
Oh, dearie me.
Could this come back to bite Method, This slowdown, has this been what Prophecy needed?
All because of Coach Pickles.
The man himself. The Pickle Man.
Absolute hooligan.
He looks a bit shocked. He looks a bit scared.
He does.
Defecated as well.
Fair enough, I'll give you that one. Run number 10. Still waiting. Okay, right, so from the horse's mouth there, it is live.
The Pickle's mouth.
The Pickle's mouth. 10, round number 10, 9-0 in favour of Method. Has the pause been too long? Has that allowed Prophecy to get their heads back in the game? I guess we won't. We're not going to see that just yet.
Pulled a fast one you there, didn't we?
I know.
Thought you was going to see some games.
Oh.
Not today. Ooh, thought there was going to be games, did you?
This time, Prophecy.
Pulled you out with a fast one there. That's another technical problem.
My goodness.
Josh has walked up on stage, accidentally stepped on their cable, broke their cable as well.
Oh, he's not happy with that one, is he, Jack?
Apparently not. But has it been fixed? No.
No, it hasn't, mate.
Classic meme.
It's just players typing. That's what the sound is. It's not actually the sound of the game going live. So far, what's been the highlights, the silver linings potentially for the rest of this game from the side of Prophecy?
I don't know, mate. I think they, if they've actually taken this time out and sort of let themselves reset mentally, could be a big factor for them. Because they are quite far down. They're looking to already lose 10 rounds on their CT half if this round gets picked up by Method. And that's a horrible feat to be in. Really horrible situation.
So, I don't want to say we're going live until we actually are officially live. Now we're officially live. Okay, back into the game. Round number 10, 9-0 here. Very strong start from the Method side of the T side after winning the pistol. Buy round after buy round, individual plays from Crucial and from, of course, Surreal. Let's see what the game plan is into this one. Usually we see Joey, Crucial going towards team main, going for those picks, walking out team main, peeking towards Green Train and Connector and towards Stop Sign. But this time he's actually going towards Ali, a change of style and approach.
Oh, he loves these, doesn't he? A little cheeky boost over the smoke. Let's see if he is going to spot out Rockin. Oh, he's wobbling. He was rocking to try and go for the peak, but isn't actually going to extend too far out. So Crucial gives the game away a little bit. They know there is one player over there, but he doesn't know that Pulse is there to support him as well.
So now that they can do the typical setup towards, the typical TD4 towards Ali, you smoke off backlines, you molly out towards the green Train side, And then from there, you have control of Ali. And this forces back the CT side and applies pressure. Let's see if we can get a Method pincer play from Popdog, Team Main, and 3 players from Ali.
Oh, they go all in. Crucial actually misses that shot as well. He gets traded out in the end. They gave Rocking just enough time to find a massive impact frag there. Removing him resets this round.
But then again, the fact that the trade kill came in is a 4 versus 4 favoring Method. I think it is. I don't know where Zeg thinks he's going as he gets taken out of the server. Now finding the man advantage once again for the Method side.
He's trying to play Scout's Knives. He just jumps through the air trying to get up behind him. Don't know what that was. Just left now in a 3 versus 4. Not great, as Ivy control has been completely taken by Method. You can see everyone is on edge of Prophecy as well. They don't know where they're coming from. They're unsure.
30 seconds left. Method had to pull the trigger now on the assault towards the A site. Surreal will take down NK, and now it's just a 2 versus 4.
Slowly trying to readjust here. You can see Gecko wants to try and link up with his teammate. They know this is the 10th round essentially conceded at this point as well. They're outnumbered 2-1. They are actually going to risk it as well. It seems they need to try and invest against this, so they have that loss bonus to play with, but Pulse decapitates him instantly, and it's all on Gecko.
I mean, he may as well just save at this point. In the 2 versus 4, you get the 3.4k into the next round. If you save 2 guns, you can have a 4 rifle setup going into the next buy round. Instead, though, they just give away the kills, and once again, no players surviving from Prophecy as it goes 10-0. First game for the Bulgarian side, and they're unable to put a round on the board just yet.
Yeah. They're struggling to get momentum behind them, and it's a horrible situation to be in because obviously they seem like a team that usually plays with that high-octane sort of style of CS, and when you just can't get that going, especially on your CT side, you've got to wonder if they can't even find themselves, say we go through here, Method actually do continue this dominant streak here, lock this down. If they don't find a pistol, Prophecy are basically going to be out of the running.
Yeah. The chance of that 16-10 at a bare minimum is slowly but surely fading for the side of Prophecy. Nevertheless, though, still, new round and a new buy. It's going to be 5 rifles, 3 FAMASs, and 2 M4s. But look at this. No kit right now from the CT side. Prophecy, if the bomb was to go down, they're going to have to be hot on their heels in the retake. Otherwise, that could be another key to victory here for Method.
NK. A little bit toasty in there. They want to try and make a grilled sandwich, but he will have to fall back. Stays alive right now as he's on 63 HP. He has a tad of utility to play with, but he will use it immediately as well over towards Popdogs. That smoke's gone. They only have 2 flashes between the entire team with a minute left on the clock, Snods.
Surreal once again going for the solo lock play towards T-Main. Actually, he's just going to show himself, show presence. He throws a smoke as well outside, and now he will rejoin the rest of his team. 5 towards B, 2 defending it from Prophecy. Is a 2-man defense enough here? But let's see, we're going to be seeing backline smokes towards ramp. And the cross between the trains, let's see. And yeah, but the players are playing close from Prophecy.
Deck trying to do damage. He's only going to get 1. NK as well, responding back. But this is the thing. It's too far in between. What is going even on here with this late rotate coming over? Rockin's the only one on the scene. He has a flash and a FAMAS to try and aid him. Can he make himself famous with this play?
Gosh.
No, not today. He's going to go down Crucial, going to strike first with the AWP. Eliminates him. Once again, Prophecy in these scenarios where they just lose everything. 1 versus 3 retake. No idea where the T's could be at that point. They're completely swarmed across the map. And there's the frag from Surreal.
So there's 2 iterations of the smokes you can do towards the B site. You can do the close ones where you smoke between the trains, between the bomb train and grey train. You smoke down the ramp as well. And that allows for coverage to cross to the site from the T side in cases in the AWPers towards backlines. You can also do the backline smokes. You smoke out connector, you smoke out the gold train, and also red train. And that allows again for the cross, but then again, right? Prophecy were playing close. The smokes came close as well. They went 1 for 1, but there was no backup. And then suddenly the one way again towards ramp from the smoke from Crucial, able to find the kill towards Connector. And once again, we saw another man advantage from Method towards the mid-round. So, this round from Prophecy, one of the weakest buys we've seen from them so far. Just CZ Kevlar, no kit, no utility.
Zek though, strikes with a CZ. NK as well, a bit of luck with his Deagle, always comes in handy as the response kills are there as well. 2 frags of the AKs now bring it back into an equal situation for Method, but the thing is they have the firearm advantage. Oh, risky stuff, but we do see the frags actually going towards him now. It's all up to Crucial, Julie's out, but he isn't going to get the frags today.
1 round now, put on the scoreboard by Prophecy, but it's far too many too late. I believe it's 11-1 now being the scoreline, and they will win with the half bar, which means their round loss bonus has been reset here, Jack. If Method win this round and reset the money from Prophecy, that could just be GG instantly. Suddenly it's 12-1, Prophecy have no money. 13-1, 14-1 could be the half, essentially. But let's see if they can try putting this one back, make it 11-4, win the pistol, 11-7. There's suddenly a chance, but obviously there's a lot of what-ifs.
Lots of butts on the table. get them off the table. Let's see how this player is going to come out, though, as they get themselves ready for this play towards B. Do set themselves up. Crucial, once again, going for the 2 guns is better than 1 strategy. He's got himself those doolies out, ready to lay down the law.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely feeling very comfortable in his first game here on stage. Going to be going for the contact play with the AWP. Zek, putting the AWP again towards Heaven, towards the coil, holding, of course, towards the T-side Heaven, towards upper. The one-way smoke comes out again, surely not Crucial. Can get it again, time after time again. It seems like Prophecy are unaware of this smoke.
Molly goes in. They get themselves set up. Flashbang goes out. Seems like they are just going to go for the brute force approach. Obviously, the smoke in play as well. It's a nice little angle off to the side, so we can spot them out if they do push through. But Surreal and Coco Through is a double damage squad here. They find the initial frags as well, so Gecko loses his head. There's a response with the Molly. Zek's in a good position, but it just depends if he's actually got composure. Rocking comes in from the sideline towards Pulse, though. It's a 3 versus 4, and they still haven't got the bomb down. It's spread thin because it's dropped when they try to cross.
Crucial, holding the gap between the trains, trying to see if he can turn this into a 3 versus 3 to aid his team. Bomb will eventually be retrieved by Surreal, so it can be planted. They do have kits for the CT side, but look at the lack of utility. No smokes, no Molotovs to flush out these T players.
Where's Rockin going as well? Rockin backed off over towards Ivy to try and re-clear it. This has given them the opener they needed. Crucial gets 1 frag. NK will go down, but Zek responds with the AWP. Crucial's doing all the work in his lone, so he just has to stay alive, but he went too far. Genko finds the headshot, but luckily, Zek snipes him down at the last second, and they get the round. A little bit of noise coming out of the Bulgarian side as well now.
A must-win round there from Prophecy. If they had lost that, essentially it's GG. The money gets reset. You're looking at a 13 to 2 half, a 14 to 1 half. But still, they're alive and kicking into this one. 11 to 2. For Prophecy, if they make this one 11-4, win that T-side pistol, suddenly there's a chance, because you could be looking at 11 to 7 scoreline, only 4 rounds separated the 2 teams. Definitely a lot more chance, but so many what-ifs, so many big rounds that Prophecy have to win here, as there's still 2 more to play for.
Prophecy. Going to go for a bit of the audacious play. The SEO auto sniper coming up.
Of course. Then again, they have nothing to lose. Usually when you buy that auto sniper, it impacts your economy so much, but when you're in such a big deficit, you have to take the risks to try and get back into it.
When you've hit rock bottom, Snods, you can only get better. Like your career.
Exactly. Round number 14 now, the penultimate round of the first half. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Oh. Crucial nearly landed the flick there. That could have been another advantage for Method into another round here on their T side. Nevertheless, once again, alley control taken by the T side as they will force back Prophecy. We saw this work and pay dividends for the T side. Sorry. We saw multiple kills come out from alley, and already the flash comes in, and Pulse, as he's unblind, will he be able to get the kill?
It's a bit messy. It's like trying to hit a pinata, as there is stuff going all over the place right now. The Molotov's coming in, it's set ablaze. Now they've all got to fall back, as Gecko will eventually get the first frag, as he finds that Crucial a little bit slow in the reactions there. Switches out to the Dooley, he's going to try and hit him with the sidearm instead. Surreal's in the rear, ready to try and lay down the law, but Crucial eventually will come into effect. Look how weird this round is. They've been slowed down this entire time. They've had no chance to play how they wanted to. They've just had to get stuck here and get hit by the random spam of shots. There's 27 seconds left on the clock. Surreal shooting at his own teammates. They have no idea. There's no cohesion. Communication is completely got shut down. Crucial left at a 1v3 with 18 seconds. He has the bomb. He's been spotted out. He can't connect the shot on towards Gecko. He surely falls as NK will take the shot.
11 to 3. 1 more round left to be played on this first half. 3 on the trot for Prophecy. Seems like finally they found themselves some momentum, but the problem is this could be far, far too late here, Jack. 11 to 3. Prophecy. Going to be going for the auto sniper once again onto Ming. Zek there with the AWP as well. 3 rifles to finish off the rest of the buy. And for Method, of course, you're going to be investing into the AWP for Crucial. He's been the MVP so far on this map, finding so many big rounds and crazy entry kills to set up this 11 to 3 scoreline.
It's true. They've been looking very, very effective. Great openers, great consistent playing towards the late round as well. These 3 rounds have been a bit of an anomaly as well. They're won in a bit of a wild fashion. You can't say it's been that sort of structured from Prophecy.
Yeah, seems like they're trying to play too loose towards the early portions of the game, not ready for the firepower that Method were able to muster up. Still, the 1 minute 10 left on this final round of the first half. Again, Crucial towards Ali. He knows this has been a place of contention from both teams. Prophecy, they don't want to give it up for free. And Method, they want it so badly so they can finally pincer in the site from Ali, from T-Main, and of course Pop Dog. You saw how easy it was for Cyril to lurk out T-Main once his team had taken control of Ali.
Oh, Genko, right behind Gecko. He's got the smoke as well, so they'll be aware of what's going on, but luckily he doesn't face because Zek is there. Oh, he does go for the pot shot off. The HE rolls in. No real damage being transferred right now, but he's actually played a massive mind game with them. You can see as they start to restructure this attack, the tags are coming through towards the A site as well. Rocking already down to just 17 HP as the push comes through. They're trying to just hit them with everything they've got right now and take site controller. Hostile takeover comes in as Pulse will get the first frag. There's Zenke retaliating though. Mink comes in as well with the spam from the auto sniper as it cracks above their heads. NK, a second huge impact frag. There's Zek. He needed to find that shot, not connecting that. Could come back to bite them so horrendously.
Cyril has a smoke. He can smoke off towards Ali. They can focus their gaze towards Team Main or towards Connector. But now they spotted both players.
Oh, Zek repeaks, but Cyril was ready this time. He took the same fight from the same angle. Gecko, bit of a weird frag, but he bounds up and takes down Crucial. It's a 1v1. He's got a good angle here, taps the bomb to try and force the face. He has the kit, peeks out, the spam comes in, but Cyril was too good.
12-3 half here. Coach Pickles giving the fist bumps across the board.
You ever been fisted by a pickle?
Sorry.
Yep.
Anyway, second half pistol here, 12-3. Question is, though, if Method win this second pistol, is that the final nail in the coffin here versus the Bulgarians?
Yeah, it's true. And this is the thing, right? If they don't actually come back in strong, get a massive opening pistol, get some confidence going, then I think they're going to be left with their heads in the sand, just not be able to get themselves back up, mentality-wise, to lock down the game. So there is potential, right? We've seen they started to find their form a little bit. They looked good, actually, with a few big pistol rounds here and there as well for Prophecy that gave them the edge they need to now get back in and win those 4 gun rounds. Coming in strong on the pistol is incredibly important.
Yeah, if you remember as well, that was a pistol that came down to the 1 versus 1. What happens if Neilzini loses that 1v1? Suddenly, do we see a 9-6? And at that point, a much more winnable game for Prophecy. Then again, on the T side, will it be harder? Will it be easier for themselves? They want to play the high octane, fast style of CS, very aggressive, bulldozer-like, try and run you down and see if they can have that come to fruition here on the pistol. If they lose this one, Method could be definitely walking away with a first week win.
Yeah, I think this T side does favour them a lot more in their sort of play style, but let's see if they have the mindset to go into these rounds and go huge. They're going to spot this out as well now, trying to clear these angles, see if Crucial's in position. They have no idea where he is. He white faces, gets the first shot as well. Seemed like he wanted to try and go back for more, but he will get out of there, just holding. NK's going for the trade. Depends on timing here, but Crucial holds his ground. Confidence on display. But he overextended too fast, Nods.
Bomb, still towards above Pop Dog. Method right now split in terms of the CT defense, 2 towards A, 2 towards B. You can see the Neil being the rotate play with the smoke and kit, so his fast rotation back towards the A side and B. It seems like actually Prophecy going to be opting to go towards the B side. They do have a smoke double flashbang from Gecko, so they can smoke down lower, flash out as well, and try to get the bomb down, and from there play the retake. But obviously, Method, they're ready for that with that smoke and defuse on Neilzini. Into the 4 versus 4. Smoke down ramp does bloom. Neil trying to see if he can get a kill through the smoke, but it won't happen just yet.
Genko in position towards the site. He's going to be hearing what's occurring here. Neilzini and Genko as well, tapping back on these USPs. They find a good amount of frags here as well. They slow him down. Genko goes for the elevated peek as well towards NK. At least there is a bomb plant for Prophecy, but the fact is they're not going to get this pistol round. This is already going to be the 13th round for Method. Gecko surely can't win this. He's just being overwhelmed as they run in, take him down. Method, 13 rounds on the board. They have the confidence. They've got the energy. And this is a horrible situation to be in for Prophecy. Sure, they got the bomb plant. It gives them at least one more chance to do something, Snards, but it's got to be flawless, essentially, from now onward.
13-3. Both pistols going in favor of Method. Usually the best of one, you'd expect that to be the catalyst to lead into the map win. But actually, in terms of the buy rounds as well, Method definitely looking like the forerunners here. Take this one. Round number 17, already 13 rounds for Method. It will be Famas onto Neilzini, 3 and 4 as well. UMP onto Crucial. They know that Prophecy are going to force into this one. Method don't want to take any chances with an overload of SMGs.
Yeah, they need to just try and keep their heads on straight right now, try and play it smart. No point to go for a real scouting round and build up their economy, really, at this point.
So Wall of Smokes goes towards outside. Prophecy want to get the bomb down here, and from there play the retake. Let's see if Method are going to allow that to happen.
Oh, Crucial's already read the situation perfectly as well. You just readjust right now, play with the smoke wall. They don't want to push through this because they don't know what's on the other side. He's just finding these kills with the UMP, so already he slows down this initial push. They have got the bomb down at least, though, and they can play with the line of sight in their favor. Crucial trying to work his way up into the elevated angle. They seem to be aware of the audio cue. They do peek round, but somehow him and Genko tag team out and find these kills. Rocking from the rear as well, as he'll spam away with a CZ. Take out, massive kill there as well as he lands that shot. Surreal, that's ridiculous. Tries to get more, but it's all on NK. CZ in hand, peeks wide, but Neil was too strong for him.
14-3 now. A valiant attempt from Prophecy into that round. The Wall of Smokes allow them to get the bomb down. The thing is, though, Crucial once again finding the first kill for the Method side here. His entries must be, what, 5 or 6 already? Usually, if you're having a good game, you get 4 entries. I'm not saving for an AWP, so obviously there's no point. 14-3. Prophecy going to be forced to buy round after round here. They're forced in the last one. Usually when you get the bomb down to the pistol, you save the next round, you have a buy into round number 3 of that half. But actually, the fact that they are in such a big deficit, 10 rounds at that point, they need rounds to the board ASAP, so they're going to force round after round. But I don't think there's going to be a Cinderella story here happening.
No, it seemed like Method have actually started to show up as Method. They're representing the name and they're coming in strong with everything behind that. Yeah,
this is more of the form we expected from the former Method side into last season. Dominance, strong play, strong individual plays as well. Nevertheless, though, 14-3. Prophecy going to have to win 12 on the trot if they want OT.
Oh, Pulse with the early headshot as well. Takes down Rocking. Genko, there's another coming into effect as Gecko hits the deco. And it's all up to Neil now close towards bomb. He's finding these frags. He rotates around. NK will be able to find the kill with the CZ. It's a 2 versus 3, Snuds, to try and deny match point being claimed by Method. The bomb has gone down.
Man advantage for Method, but look at the HP to Ming as well. There are kits, but already Crucial finds the first. Last player alive will be Ming. On about 20 HP, 1 bullet there from the M4 will take him down. Surreal finds that final kill. Match point already for the Method side as we go 15-3.
So many angles he had to try and focus on there as well. The smoke behind him, Surreal on the flank, 2 directly in front of him. It was just a horrendous situation to be in. There was no real way he could try and play it better than he did. But unfortunately, that means that Method have 15 rounds on the board. Prophecy, only 3. They haven't got themselves to that 10-round mark to try and at least secure some kind of bonus points to aid them. And they're going into this one with whatever they can try and scavenge.
Yeah, I mean, if you finish a game 16-10, you're like, fair enough, we got a point. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
But to be honest with Prophecy, I don't see how this could have been worse, even as it is 16-3. Nevertheless, though, no AWP again for Method. What's the point? They're going to be playing versus rifles and no counter AWP against them.
Find a bit of a different setup from Prophecy here as well. A little bit more aggressive as they do go for the early face. Surreal just walked into a passive angle that was set up by NK there, so he gets Pop Dog control early.
Man advantage for Prophecy. Haven't really been saying that one too much into this one. So they have 2 smokes to play with. They can smoke sandwich, smoke electric, and try to get out towards team main, but look who's there once again. It's Crucial.
Oh, got the molly to play with if he wants to try and set ablaze to their footpath and stop them from getting in a timely fashion. There's a minute left on the clock. They do have a tad of utility left for Method, but NK actually spots out his head, and he's not going to let him get through the round this time. Pulse, ready for the push as well. Rocking in the rear through Ivy. Nice spam. You can see that pre-fire as he connects the shot towards Pulse. Genko, he was in a good angle, but he's already been taken down. It's all up to Neil Zenio, the in-game leader. Needs to lead by example in this one, but he can't quite do it. Prophecy stay alive for at least 1 more round, but they have to win every round in unison right now. They have no second chances.
Yeah, you cannot make a mistake for 11 rounds in a row. Have we ever seen a comeback like that happen before? I think, as I said before in the last game, biggest comeback we've seen is 15-9. Being 15-3 down, the chance of that happening 12 rounds in a row is probably 1 in 100, if that. Anyway, though, for the side of Method, it's going to be equal this one. There's no real reason to take risks here. Don't force yourself into a constant run of deficit. Oh, not deficit, but what's the word I'm looking for? Just giving away rounds for free, which you don't need to do, right? There's no need to give Prophecy room to breathe in this game. Just take one on the chin, 15-5, have a full buy, AWPs and whatnot into round number 21.
You don't want to give away any advantages you don't have to. You see that all the time with teams in pro play where they get into a scenario where they think, right, we have 15 rounds on the board, we can afford to throw away a few rounds. But then you get into a scenario where all of a sudden...
It's the same thing happens as well when teams have match points and it's close, like 12-15 or 15-10. You see suddenly individual players forcing the issue, trying to go for the first kills, and usually end up actually throwing rounds. But nevertheless, they're talking the first kills. Rocking gets the first.
Oh, Crucial arm with a scout. He's very effective with all the scope weapons. He He can roam about, be fairly nimble. Surreal as well. The Deagle somehow gets that kill towards Gecko. He was blind, a little bit dazed about what was occurring near him. Crucial trying to find a tag with the scout, but can't quite achieve it just yet. Rocking from the rear, only gets one before he's traded back out by Neil. There are tags coming through from Crucial Scout here as well. There's a lot of potential for him to actually pop these players off. Two of them very low.
Yep. Onto Zek and NK. This scout here is essentially an orb.
Ooh.
Oh, if you're out of that tag as well, all three of the players would have been low.
Oh, he spots them out, finds one. NK goes down. So 1 versus 2, surely not like this. This isn't how the Bulgarians go out on their first show, and the AK's been grabbed as well. Crucial, ready to slay, as he'll try and get himself back into the high angle. He's got the high ground, but will he be able to overpower his Padawans right now as he just slowly, nimbly tiptoes around, gets spotted out, and he will fall to Mink. So at least they're still trying to stay alive. They're achieving something, but even then, that was against essentially just an eco, 1 scout buy. And I don't even think we saw any utility come out there, and that's a full buy.
It was just 4 USPs and a scout from Crucial.
You can't have rounds that close.
Yeah. Round number 21 now. Let's see if the full bar... Actually, no, they're going to go for another eco, so they really want these orbs. They could have bought here. They could have had, what, 4 rifles, maybe a FAMAS or a UMP for utility, have a decent buy into this one, but actually they just want 2 orbs potentially for utility. They don't want to take any risks.
Smart. It's a better way to play it. Don't run the unnecessary risk factor into this round. They'll actually burst straight in. Method can afford to concede this one, but it seems like they will be giving it away for free.
Yeah, the only issue here I can actually try and pick apart is the fact that if Prophecy, when they get to 6 here, at that point they are 4 rounds away from potentially get to 10.
Yeah.
So at that point you look at 1 buy round, half buy, 1 buy round, half buy. So really 2 buy round chances for Method to close this one out before a 16-10.
Reset potential is big. There is a lot they can do, depending on how they actually play this one out when they get into the action.
Obviously, usually you would say, oh, 5 players staying alive for the T side, good for their money, but obviously it's not about the money here. For a Prophecy, it's just about the clean-cut rounds. They need to take 1 at a time. They still need 9 more. But of course, the only rounds they've won was the half buy with the CZs, or the force buy, sorry, the CZs, and of course the 2 ecos that Method have taken. So, what we're going to be seeing now that Method are going to buy, are we going to be seeing the high, fast, intense level of play we're expecting to see from the Bulgarians? And if so, how are Method going to handle something like that?
That's not good as well. You've given Surreal a free AK. Now, Surreal is just incredible with the weapon. We saw that in the first half where he was just doming everyone, just popping off heads, and you've just given him one for free.
Surreal and Crucial. Top fragging for the side of Method as well. 23 and 24 kills themselves. Molly comes out towards T-Man early, so you can see already they're trying to deny any early aggression from the Ts. Zek taking his AWP here towards the B side. They're going to be going for the concept play potentially. Neil here going to be hearing so many steps right now. The rotation in from Crucial will happen.
Yeah, sprinting straight round, trying to go for the aggression, just swarm through 1 choke point. Gecko as well. Looking like a different man right now as he finds that frag. That's fantastic. Nilzinho caught off guard in close range combat. He couldn't quite strike. NK takes down Jenko. It's all on Pulse and Crucial. This is not the way they wanted to go. Forced to save here. They just absolutely have to. Prophecy, they've got confidence nods. Another round in the bank. They're getting close to 10. They're getting close to at least those additional points.
So, it's going to go 7 to 15 here as Method are going to save the AWP and M4 onto Pulse and Crucial. Which means another weak buy from Method here. Obviously, Crucial having the AWP. Probably going to be seeing CZ armor, maybe a kit here and there. Actually, Crucial's the kit, so there's no need to buy it. But then suddenly, that's like what? 6, that's 15 to 8. And at that point, you're almost 1 buy round away from forcing your 10th round and getting 1 point as a bare minimum.
Oh, Gecko finds that headshot as well towards the end there. So no weapons actually being saved for them as well, Snot. So their economy is really going to be quite angry with them.
Yeah. What's good as well for Prophecy is the fact they are getting extra rounds on the stage, and they are essentially getting more warmed up more on stage. So when it comes to the later weeks, they're not so in shock. Round number 23 now, 7 to 15. Method still have an 8-round advantage. 8 chances to close this one out in regulation. AWP onto Zek, and no AWP for Crucial. Unable to save it, which means we're going to see another weak buy. So it should go 15 to 8 unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, would have to be something a little bit ridiculous coming out right now into this matchup. But let's see as NK will go around. Neil is in position over the P250. Some early little glove taps coming out, but they're not even going to do too much damage here. Everyone getting away fairly fine into the round. Jenko's anyone that finds a kill. A long distance frag with a CZ. Crucial will go down lastly. 8 rounds now secured for Prophecy. 2 away from the Magic 10. Meanwhile, Method do have cash to play over again.
One thing I hope we see as well, Jack, is I hope we don't see as soon as Prophecy gets to 10 rounds, they think, oh, okay, job's done, we've got our 1 point, let's just, you know, forget about it, right?
Yeah.
I hope they can keep their mental fortitude going strong. Even if they get to 10 rounds, there's still 5 more to play for to try and get that 15-15. Anyway, though, round Round number 24, up again onto Zek. And this time the double set up here onto Surreal and Crucial. We've seen some contact plays towards B, towards A. Oh, that wallbang as well, nearly landing.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. We've seen that actually in the past quite a few times. Zek loves to try and go for that early opener with a wallbang. They do have a very good understanding of mechanics in that sense.
1 minute 30 on the clock here. Still not really any aggressive plays which we were expecting from Prophecy. Actually, they're the ones to hold. We saw more of an aggressive style from the side of Method, which is rather surprising. 2 players this time towards the B site. Surreal with the up towards Heaven. Let's see if he can get this first kill. Actually, NK still not giving away the first kill just yet. They're still trying to feel out their opposition. Ali is smoked, so now Prophecy, they can do exactly the same Method did. Smoke out backlines, molly out towards Green Train, have control of Ali, and then suddenly you force so much more pressure. Will we see a rotation from Surreal towards A? Will we see Prophecy go back towards the B side?
So here's that rotate coming back around. They are trying to force those players to rotate off. This is smart as well because obviously in the early side of this round we did see sort of that double AWP setup call towards the B site. Now it's divided kind of thin. You can see Crucial back towards A. Finds the first man but doesn't land the tag. Oh, he manages to redeem himself though. Stays alive somehow in that horrendous blaze as well as he will fall back. His teammates are doing a little bit of work. Crucial, if he gets this frag towards Rocking, he's basically denied the victory here. Zek with the wallbanger towards Surreal though. There's the spam from NK. It's still all to play for in a 2v2. Zek, another frag coming out. This is the man we needed to see with the AWP.
Neil in the 1 vs 2. Kits, no utility does to help him. Does gonna dink, actually lands the kill as well onto NK. And now the AWP in hand is Zek in the 1 vs 2.
Already 2 frags to his name, Snods. He's looking good. This is the sort of Zek we need to see with the AWP. He has the aggressive capability, and he's been landing those incredible flicks. Right now, though, taken up against the in-game leader of the side of Method, Nilzinho just tiptoeing his way through. No utility to aid him. He doesn't have a fantastic angle. Meanwhile, the same cannot be said for Zek. He's in a great position to have complete control over the site, scope in and find the frag as soon as he needs to. Jumps on the bomb. The timing could be a little bit awkward here as he might just actually hold it. The Molotov. Oh, this is the shot. Oh, no! Oh. So close. He could have got it, but he got burnt to a crisp at the final second.
Milliseconds there. Granting them round number 9. And now we should be seeing a half buy coming out from Method. And we could definitely be seeing 10 rounds on the board here for Prophecy. So far, 6 in a row.
I mean, they should be guaranteed this round off the back of that here. This should be them getting 10 rounds, at least securing some extra points as we work our way back through, because Method, they don't have a buy. Sure, they've had a few good rounds with the pistols here and there, but you can't expect them to pick this up, this victory up with this.
This would be so frustrating as well for Method if they actually let this one slip and, well, not slip, but allow Method to get to 10 rounds.
Yeah, because they know they had, they had them on the ropes. They had
7 rounds, yeah, 7 chances to close it out. 16-3 should have been the scoreline, but instead, it seems like both teams having very strong T-sides.
Oh, Surreal. If he just holds this angle, no reason to overextend, just wait for them to push into you. He's probably going to get this first frag and be traded back, but at least it is a bit of an early dent because they need to do something. If he got the double here, that would be insane. But he gets one, gets out as well. There's no trade. Oh, and Crucial comes into effect. Snods, this is going incredibly wrong. This is not the way Prophecy want to go out. How has Crucial been able to go incredible? Wow, another frag for Crucial. He single-handedly demolished everything that Prophecy had been setting up over these previous few rounds. It's all up to Rocking in a 1v4.
Heartbreaking scenario here for Prophecy. They're 1 round away from claiming 1 point as a bare minimum. And now the 1 vs 4 is looking unlikely they're going to get there. Method, they were expecting a 16-9 scoreline, and it seems like that may just come to fruition.
16-9 seems to be the ideal score everyone wants as Crucial gets the frag. What a horrendous way to go out for Prophecy.
30 bomb as well from Crucial. The Dutch star player from the Method side definitely showing why he's picked up for this roster.
Yeah.
30 big kills, 30 impactful kills as well at that. Time after time again. Seemed like Prophecy just couldn't handle the raw firepower that was shown from Method on their T side. A 12-3 half, the second half pistol round win as well. Prophecy so close to getting that 10th round, but unfortunately for them, they'll let it slip.
That's going to be soul-crushing. And the thing is as well, Prophecy seemed like they were just crushed at heart the entire game. They finally started to get some momentum going for them towards that second half where they could be loud, they could play aggressive, they could play with the AKs and just take the fights they wanted to. But their CT side, I don't know if it's just an issue with them not having enough time together yet, or if they just couldn't get the energy flowing.
Yeah, it seemed like they lost the pistol, close, 1 vs 1 between Nilzinho and Ming, I believe. They lose the 1 vs 1 pistol. They lose the first buy round, suddenly in that 0-5 rut on your CT side. You have to invest everything, even though you are getting 3.4k round loss bonus, you have to put it all into the buys. And then suddenly each round, Method won. They got basically an extra one.
Unfortunate for Prophecy, but fortunately for you guys at home, we're heading back over to the desk with a beautiful 3 Musketeers.
Oh, thank you very much. Who are you going to be? I'm going to be D'Artagnan.
I don't know the Musketeers, to be honest.
Oh, that's fair enough. That reference is flown over the head, but it doesn't matter. What is important is match 2 is done. juicy little contest, as I keep saying. It's my favourite word for the day. But yes, Method should have closed it out at 16-3. They didn't, but they ended up denying Prophecy getting that bonus point. Is that how you saw the match?
Yeah, it was essentially just... I felt like the tech issues kind of wore Prophecy down to start off. Like, they started slowly anyway, but then they just couldn't quite get footing. Like, to the last, what was it, 11-0, which I thought we were going to see another 16-0. I was hoping that was the last one. I thought there was the old lineup's curse.
Yeah, of course, because the old Prophecy lineup gave the new Prophecy the lineup a sort of record of 2 16-0s, whitewashes from the previous season. Could have happened again, didn't. Method were looking very strong. They should have closed it out, though, because at one point they had 7 opportunities to close it out, and they failed on those attempts. Prophecy built in confidence, didn't they?
Yeah, they built in confidence, but they had a lot more building to do, I'm afraid, to win that game out. And while they did play well at the end, it wasn't quite well enough. And you can tell there is a skill difference between those two teams. There just isn't a huge amount of skill on that Bulgarian team, I'm afraid. You have 2 players on there that are good. Rocking, we didn't see much of him. He's a smart player. We need to see more coming out of him. Traditionally, when I've seen him online, he's used an AWP. I didn't see that at all. Just wasn't a great performance, and I'm afraid, you know, Method, they should have closed that out a lot quicker than they did.
They should have done a fantastic performance from Crucial. You did mention, Harold, how important he was going to be. 32 kills, 14 deaths, not that important. The ADR was 107.07 or thereabouts. Fantastic performance from him. How good was he?
He was really incredible. It was like watching Joey of old. So yeah, I've played with him before, and he just looked like he had free roam to do whatever he wanted. And I saw at points he even had dualies with his AWP. He was just at that point where I was like, he's just like, yeah, why not? Yeah, this is fun.
Playing with confidence. And,
yeah.
And do you kind of agree with what Harold said about that Prophecy side? No star player really sort of coming out to them.
It did feel like they were missing that one player to kind of, like an impact player. Like, it felt like they didn't have anybody to kind of, I wouldn't say rely on. Like, you don't really want to rely on one person, obviously, but it didn't feel like there was that little push, just that one person to kind of get you going, I suppose.
I'll tell you what, one star player they definitely didn't have was a man called Charlie Pickles. His first coaching role today, his debut. He's got one in the bag already. 1-0 for his record.
May as well retire now.
1 coaching session.
Yeah. 1
broken wire.
Yeah. that caused a delay of about 5 minutes. What was he up to? It doesn't matter. It's done now. Charlie Pickles, what would have he actually done? And let's be serious. What would have he done up there? Just tell him, yeah, just keep what you're doing. Or was he the reason why they didn't close it out for 7 matches?
Well, you know, I think the role he would have been playing really was, for the first 15 rounds, I don't think he would have said anything, to be completely honest. I don't think that he would have said a word. Maybe at the end he would have said, guys, come on, you know, we're dominant in this game, we don't need to worry, we can close this out very easily, and, you know, that's all it takes. Occasionally, just a little word in your ear, a little bit of encouragement, a little high five here and there, and they do close it out in the end.
OK, Lottie is currently with Nilzinho, the IGL, I believe, of Method. What has he got to say for himself, Lottie?
Well, Neil, incredible start to your season 2 of the Elite Series. How was that for you guys? I mean, there was a lot of commotion at the start. You were rushing ahead, looking like it was going incredibly well, and then to the end sort of differed off a little bit. How was it for you overall?
It's pretty comfy, to be honest. I know you said like we started struggling at the end, but it was never really like out of control. I think because we took such a big lead, we could have closed it out a lot earlier, but I wanted to save a couple of rounds so our money was like really good. Because in those kind of games, like they can do exactly what we've just done to them. So like I just wanted to keep it safe and maybe save 2 rounds. So they kind of clawed the score back, but we were always in control, I think, and that's what you saw. Yeah.
And you won both pistol rounds as well. How crucial is that to win a game?
Yeah, I think if you win both pistols, then you have to do something seriously bad to kind of screw it up. So if you win both pistols and convert all the anti-equals and you're 3-0 up both times, I think you're pretty much guaranteed to win unless they play some insane stuff. So.
And Train is also a very AWP-preferred map as well. So how was Crucial performing? I mean, he had an incredible headshot in one of the rounds, 2v1, incredible. He's a very experienced player come from America. Yeah. How great is it to have him as part of the roster this time?
Yeah, Joey's someone I've always wanted to play with. I was going to play with him before he went to America, but obviously it's kind of a big offer, so we had to take it. So we're all like really happy we've got an AWPer. I think that's something we were missing last season. We didn't have like an out-and-out AWPer. So like you said, Train's like a dominated by AWPs, so really used to AWP for complexity as well. I've AWPed, Pulse has AWPed, so it's just like a really comfortable map for us.
Well, first game of the season, 1. But was that also down to Mr. Charlie Pickles, who was coaching you guys up there? How did he do?
Yeah, he was unbelievable. Good motivator.
Good motivator. It wasn't the technical difficulty wasn't down to him, right?
Nah. Never.
Never down to Charlie Pickles. Well, Tom, there you have it. Neil is very impressed with this team. Let's see what he's got next. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Lottie. Neil Zena looking very confident after that first win. They must take real confidence going into that. And it's kind of cheeky. They've got one up against Prophecy, not allowing them to get that bonus point. And you never know where that might lead in the leaderboard later on down the line, how crucial that not getting that point will be for Prophecy.
Yeah, I like how you wanted to include crucial, just make sure,
Well, I just thought, you know, why not?
It's quite a surreal thought, really, isn't it?
Oh!
We
He's
didn't
come back
see
second season with a lot more confidence. That's why I like him.
We didn't see a single pulse of energy.
As I've just been told,
pulse of energy.
He's got his finger on the pulse. Hello! Oh, cheeky.
Too slow on that one, boy.
OK, so listen, we move forward, Harold. Let's take a quick little thought before we go into that match. Let's look at matchup 3. Got Reason Gaming taking on Envious. Now, as Harold has told me, he's got a lot to talk about this Envious side, but before we talk about them, SEO, what can you say about this Reason lineup? I saw them practicing backstage. They seem pretty confident. Have they had enough time to gel? I guess we will find out. But what do you know about these boys?
Well, in fact, I could bring back again, I mentioned it briefly, but Basso and KS, Snods and I have got a good memory of them. We played them in Copenhagen Games.
OK, it sounds like romantic, this. I have a good memory of them. It was a sunny day. I took a picnic and a couple of drinks.
It was actually quite a dull day,
okay,
Copenhagen.
Really? So
we've actually played against them and we beat them, which it was one of 2 wins we had in Copenhagen. But yeah, we've played against Haste and a few of the others as well, actually quite a few times. Haste's previous team, he used to destroy us daily, honestly.
Yeah.
He had a very good lineup, but it's a good mixture of Danish players. I can't say I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tessus, I'm not too sure. I'm butchering that probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
But Minette is a 1.6. He's been around for, I think, about 15 years worth of history in 1.6 as well. So he's got a wealth of experience behind him.
OK. Well,
so
listen, SEO giving a romantic viewpoint of Reason. If that doesn't get your taste buds going for matchup 3 between Reason and Envious, quite frankly, I do not know will. So what will? Harold, will you stand by for that Envious information and details?
Well, absolutely.
Thank you very much. We'll have a quick break. When we come back, we can give you more details and less romantic memories from SEO for our matchup 3. See you in a second.
And I think we're going to win 16-8.
It's a new team. I think it's a tough match, but we will win 16-10.